this is Hero. Today, or this chapter, we're looking at our Trident Maple. I think I dug this thing out maybe 3 years ago. Oh, it's hard to remember everything, but you could see that it was not just recently dug out, because the wounds are, this one's almost healed. And this one is getting to that point. So I've been emphasizing, if you want good quality bonsai, you have to take the time. And then down here, I let all this grow so that there was a lot of cell division to help heal that. Kind of the same thing up here, but today I'm going to have to start cleaning up some of this, because now we're getting towards the almost ready to go in the bonsai pot stage. The Trident Maple, in relation to Japanese maple, they're easier to work with. It's more forgiving. The Japanese maple, we tend to put more dieback space, but Tridents, we could just cut them down to where we need to be, and then usually no ill effects. Usually. I say that just in case something does happen. But so far it hasn't, so anyway, I want to get this all cleaned up. See, like this one here was all the growth here produced the growth so that it helped to heal that. But now it's going to start to get to be a hindrance. So I'll go ahead and so you got to learn, what each one of these branches are doing. Some are just random, but sometimes you want this random growth for a purpose. And that one was for cell division. You can't have cell division unless you have rapid growth. Rapid growth translates to foliage, right? So there was a lot of foliage here. It started to heal over. Now, hopefully the smaller cuts will heal over quickly, and then we'll have a real good looking former wound. Okay, so this one here, it might stay as a branch, but I wanted to make it feel like it's from here, so I'm just going to cut it flat-ish. See, it's not truly from here, but I'm going to make it so the branch looks like it's from right here. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and clean that up. I think this could be the front, or this could be the front right in here. Just in case this is the front. See this branch that's coming straight at you? Those are often called an eye poker. But if we cut this part off, we got a branch that's going that way, right? And it's more flat and slightly off to the side. So not sure if these going to get developed or they're going to get taken off, but at least we can deal with that versus the one that was coming straight at you. Those we get rid of. Okay, so it's done at that stage, and then now we're going to deal with up here. So we don't need this, don't need that. We want a branch over here. Don't need that. So we had a lot of branches around the wound just so we could get it to heal. And once it starts this healing process, it's usually will finish healing. It's trying to get it started sometime. So when you have a wound, make sure you take your sharpest tool and it gets clean cut. Jagged edges or bad cuts often does not heal well. So you could take your very sharp knife and go around and make sure that the wound itself has a nice clean cut. Little things like that makes a difference. Okay, this one here, I'm not sure if it's a keeper or not. I'm just going to shorten that up. Now, as we get up here, we don't want it going up, but there's plenty of branches going horizontal, so I'm going to cut it off to here, right? And then get rid of this one. So whatever comes out will be horizontal, and whether it get kept or not, we're not sure yet. So this wound is starting to heal over. That's a good sign. Now we got the apex to deal with. This is in terms of the angle. This is a good angle. This one is sort of competing, and so I'm going to cut this eye off and save that. Yeah, well, sometimes it's hard to. There we go. Now this side we don't really need, and if we keep this too long, we end up with a bulge. So we're going to use this as the fattening so that we'll get a better taper and remove most of this. I'm going to keep one of these just for the fattening process, and it'll be removed later. Okay, now up at top, we still got a lot of confusion. We want to go up one line when there's two or three. So let me study that, and then go ahead and I'll cut it off. Well, you know, to let this heal, we needed a lot of growth up here. But when you have 1 and 2 here that competes for the apex, I think we should get rid of 1 so we could have a nice clean future apex. And I'm thinking to take this eye off. All right, and then I'll go ahead and clean up some of this. But because of all this growth, this has started to heal over. So, you know, this is, there's not a straightforward answer that I could give you. You just have to kind of play by ear. And also, you don't have to do everything at once. Well, remember I was saying the maples, when you cut, it forks off. Well, this and this branch is too similar. So I'm going to take the main part out and leave these little side ones. So this is our apex. We're going to let this grow like that. And hopefully we'll come together. So whether this is the front or this side is the front, it really doesn't matter at this point. I'm going to let this grow so we get a better transition from here to this. So I think the apex will be up here like this. So we got probably another 2 years of effort over here. All this is coming together, but we still need a good apex. You see this? One thing about Trident, they're very hardy and rapid grower. Regular Japanese maples don't do this for like 10 years. And then on the Trident, they'll do it in 2 or 3. See all this? So what I'm going to do is to take my saw and cut all this off, rake this out, and it's going to go back into the same container. Well, it's kind of a weird spot to say goodbye, but this next step is going to be such a mess that I'm just going to say goodbye now, because you've seen me do this already before, right? I go rake this out, cut this, and then put it back in the same container. Now, I could sense some of you want really to see the ending. Well, Well, you can see part of me that's dirty. I figure most of the time you don't see me towards the end of the project because by then I'm really a big mess. This is not what you call a really clean art form. But anyway, so this is either this is the front or this is the front. Right now, I think I'm leaning towards this right about here as the front, but it could still change. So anyway, we got a decent roof flare, and then as we go up, we got everything except the apex. So like I was saying, I think this is about a 3 more year project, and by then it'll be really looking good. So anyway, I'm saying goodbye again, this time for sure. This has been the Trident Maple in training.